This week on Theme Park Worldwide, the show, we've got exciting news from Universal Studios Japan as they announce a fantastic new B&M Flying Coaster for 2016. Plus, we're going not so live out to Orlando, where the one and only Alex Crumper's got updates on King Kong at Universal Orlando Resort. My name's Shawn Sanbrooke, this is Theme Park Worldwide, the show, and that means it's time to cue those titles. And once again, a very warm welcome to this week's episode of the show. Hey, you've all had a fantastic week then. The weather's not been too great this week for getting out there to the parks, but quite a few of the UK theme parks have been quite quiet. The first couple of weeks is a good time to go. A lot of people go on the holidays abroad, so it leaves some of the UK parks pretty quiet to get on them rides. Now you might also be thinking, hang on a minute, we're back here at the Theme Park Worldwide Editing Suite. That's mainly because, again, the world of theme parks is under a three-phase project at the moment. It's currently having brand new LED lighting effects installed, which will make a fantastic difference in the videos as well, with new mood lighting in the background. So that's going in this week, but we'll be back in the world of theme parks next week, where hopefully some of that mood lighting will be up and ready for the show. Anyway, quite a bit to get through this week, so let's kick straight in with this week's News Off the Rails. So yes, it's time for News Off the Rails. It's pretty much a Universal special this week. As Universal, they are really nipping at the toes of Disney now. They're putting in a lot of fantastic investments. Ever since the Wizarding World of Harry Potter went in, Universal's been out there. The exposure's been huge. They're putting rides like Transformers, fantastic new rides, expanded with Diagon Alley again. And of course, they are opening a brand new dark ride for next year at Universal Orlando Resort in Islands of Adventure. And that is King Kong. It's going to be fantastic. Reign of Kong, a massive new dark ride. But I'm not going to tell you about this one. We're going to head over to a few minutes, not so live, over to Orlando. So can you hear me over there, Alex, over in Orlando?
Yes, hello there, Shawn. I am currently at Universal Orlando Islands of Adventure, and as you can see behind me is Skull Island Reign of Kong, which is currently being constructed here for the park, set to open next year in 2016. Now, I've got some footage which I'm going to show you just now of the actual construction site, as best I can see, because we've got these walls surrounding the perimeter of the construction site. You can see the big entrance to the attraction there, and let me just see if I can focus in on that. Let me just have a look. So yeah, you've got a pretty much complete facade already. There's still a bit of construction work going over on the side over here, which is still to be done. But now I'm just going to show you some footage of the ride being constructed and give you a bit more of an insight into how it's looking, how it's shaping up and how they're actually working on it. So here's the footage right now. So the staff are actually saying very little about Skull Island Reign of Kong because it's kind of top secret. I mean, we know that it's going to be sort of a unique attraction. I mean, Universal are very good at coming up with their unique attractions, like many other parks here in Orlando. It's a very interesting construction site. I mean, as I say, the main area of the facade is completely complete. That probably wasn't the best choice of words there. So yeah, looking at the facade itself, you've got three sets of sort of tiki heads, two at the side which looks like there's water going to come gushing down from those, and then there's one at the top which looks like it's also going to have water gushing down, maybe fire, not quite sure yet, I haven't quite worked it out. There's a lot of construction workers about, as you'll be able to see on this sort of footage that I'm showing you now. It's a very interesting construction site, there's a lot of work going on, quite a large team of people working on it right now. Very noisy as well. I don't know if you can sort of hear the noise whilst I'm speaking. You can hear sort of Jurassic Park in the background. You've got Jurassic Park on one side of Skull Island and you've got Toon Lagoon on the other side. So you'll see some footage of just around the side by Toon Lagoon in just a second. Yeah, very interesting construction site. I mean, there's no sort of signs or billboards advertising what the actual attraction is outside. There's nothing to say that King Kong is going to be the next feature attraction here at Universal Orlando. But as much footage as I can possibly show you, I put on this video. I mean, it's all sort of where you can get to a viewing platform because the perimeter fence is quite high. There's some construction on the facade which I'll show you in just a second. You can see the sort of shape of King Kong when this footage that I'm showing you now is over. Yeah, so as you can see around here now, you've got sort of the Toon Lagoon private cornered off area. This is where the construction is taking place. It is really right next to Toon Lagoon, and you can actually hear Jurassic Park's music as well in the background. So yeah, coming back to me here outside of Skull Island. Let me just show you how sort of close Jurassic Park is. There is Jurassic Park right there, right next door, really, really close. You've got sort of the main ride, and then you've got the barbecued rib stall just there. If I take you over here, you'll be able to see now the actual King Kong shape made out of metal. So that's sort of what gives it away that it is King Kong. It's very hard to see, but you've got sort of the, let me just show you the circular shape of his head here, and you've got the eyes. It's really hard to show you on video. You'd have to sort of come and have a look and see, but you've really got the interactive feel of King Kong right there.
Some fantastic shots there, Alex. Really loving your work, and I hope you're having a great holiday also. So not so live then from Islands of Adventure. What's sort of the discussion been going on around the park? Have the staff been saying anything to you? Any sort of rumours going around? Also, could you show us a little bit more of the construction fence which goes around the area?
No, Shawn, there's not really been much conversation about it at all. I mean, I've asked quite a few members of the staff within Toon Lagoon and Jurassic Park what they can really tell me about ride, and none of them seem to be able to tell me very anything at all. Whether that's because they've been told not to, or whether that's because they just genuinely don't know themselves, I'm not sure. But as you can see, this perimeter fence goes all the way around. I mean, I've just walked all the way down to Toon Lagoon over there in the distance, and I'll just jump up on here and I can show you a bit more. So yeah, no, staff are keeping pretty quiet about it. The facade is pretty much complete now. I'm assuming this is going to be the entrance facade just here, what I'm showing you. But it's a beast of a construction. I mean, it's going to be a really meaty ride once it's constructed. I mean, it's really, really huge, and there's really a lot to look at. I mean, it's hard to kind of take in where the actual ride experience is going to take place, as we actually don't know very much about the attraction. We've only sort of seen what Universal have posted on their official social media pages and on their website. So, that is Skull Island Reign of Kong. I'm Alex Crump. Back to you, Shawn. See you later. Bye.
Thank you very much, Alex. And of course, the one and only Alex Crump there on his holiday out in Orlando. Thanks for the updates. Not so live from Islands of Adventure at Universal Orlando Resorts. Hope you like that just as much as I did. Moving on then with some more Universal news as we cross over the seas to Universal Studios Japan. A fantastic park, already home to a brilliant selection of rides. They've already got a B&M coaster. However, in an announcement last week, they have announced that they are set to open a B&M flying roller coaster themed to Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, whatever you want to call it these days. It's going to be a fantastic ride. It looks great. Cost-wise, you're looking at 10 billion yen, which is going to be, I've done a little conversion, it's going to be about 50 million pounds. So that's expensive for a ride. You're looking at about 20 million for the coaster, the rest on theming, I would say. It's going to be a great ride, looks good. You can see from the image that I'll show you just there, there's a bit of track work has started already on this B&M flying coaster. It looks really interesting, it's good to see. Another shot there from some of the walls around the area, with quite a big claim on that there, saying it's going to be the best dinosaur ride in the world. So it's going to be great to see. I did love the Jurassic Park sort of boat ride at Islands of Adventure. It was fantastic. I loved it. So it's good to see that they are putting more Jurassic Park stuff in. It's going to be great to see. Look forward to riding it when I do get out there to Japan. Hopefully not too far away. So stay tuned to the channel for that one. But yeah, it looks great. Like I say, the whole Jurassic Park brand is expanding massively with Jurassic World. A fantastic film if you've not seen it. And I can also see there being some updates over at Islands of Adventure to the Jurassic Park ride in the long term. I think it's going to happen. Universal, like I said, they're biting the toes of Disney now. Some fantastic investments going out there. And like I say, think of what they've put in. Harry Potter, Transformers, Diagon Alley, so much stuff. And obviously you've got the Wizarding World opening in Hollywood as well. You know, they're expanding huge. It's going to be great when it's all done. I do look forward to following it a lot here on Theme Park Worldwide for you all. Another smaller bit of news then this week, and we're going back to our selfie sticks. So a few weeks ago we announced that the Walt Disney Company announced, and we said it on here, that selfie sticks are going to be banned at its theme parks. Since then, quite a few smaller parks have followed suit. However, another big company, that's Six Flags, so they own Six Flags Magic Mountain, where we're going to be in 7 weeks' time. They've announced that it's going to be banning its selfie sticks, so you can't take them into the Six Flags parks. How do you feel about this? Comment below. Just have a bit of a discussion going on. How do you feel? Personally, for safety reasons, I think it's correct. However, the Merlin parks think different. They don't mind them at all. They sell them in the shops. They sell them at Thorpe Park. They sell them at Alton Towers, in Towers Trading. So selfie sticks, are they safe? Are they not safe at theme parks? Personally, I think they should be allowed in the park, but not taken onto rides, any rides, even your dart rides and stuff, boat rides. They are dangerous in that respect, hitting scenery and stuff. But then, I could be wrong, because you're at Disney, you're watching a parade or a show, and then someone whacks a 2-metre selfie stick out, well, maybe not 2 metres, but you get the idea. It's going to block your view, so maybe it is the right thing to do. Comment below, we'll have a bit of discussion on that. How you enjoyed the news then this week, of course? The highlight for me, the not-so-live Alex Crump from Universal Islands of Adventure. Let's move on then to a bit of Ask Me Anything.
Questions everywhere.
So it's time for Ask Me Anything, the part of the show where you send in questions and I read out 4 different ones here on the show. Yes, you, behind there, watching YouTube. What's been sent in this week? Callum Kenny, what are your top 3 B&M inverts and why? Well, right at the top, the one and only Nemesis at Alton Towers. I do love it. Second, I'm going to put Montu. Love Montu at Bush. It was a great ride. Love riding it for the first time in September last year. And third, we're going to go for Osiris at Park Asterix. Beautiful theming on that one. Probably the best themed of the 3. And a really good ride. So thank you very much for that question. Declan Solomon, if you had the money, would you build a theme park on the former American Adventure site? And if so, why? Well, why? It's a beautiful area, massive lake in the middle, loads of area for expansion around the outside. I'd love to put a park on there. If I won Euro Millions, I'd buy that off Derbyshire Council. We'd get a park on there in the next few years. It'd be great to see. I could see a hyper coaster. Whether I'd have the money for that, I don't know, but it'll look great. So thanks for that. Carl Dunham, do you ever feel nervous before going on a ride if you've not been on it before? Wow. The question is, sometimes, it depends what the ride is. Obviously, we're going to Six Flags Magic Mountain in 7 weeks' time in our California mega trip. Going to be riding some huge rides that I've not been on before. So some of them, I might be a little bit nervous, but more excited about the ride, which is going to be great to see. You get the vlogs from there are going to be cracking. The first reactions to these rides, it's going to be awesome. Never going to see in parks like in California. It's going to be really good time to be here on the Theme Park Worldwide channel. So thanks for that question. Finally, from Jenny Cousins, if you could pick the inversions for a new SLC, that's Vekoma Suspended Looping Coaster, how would you make it so that the coaster was unique? Just a different layout. Every SLC, or pretty much every SLC, has the same standard layout. Of course, you got some that are different. You got Odyssey, which is different, of course, known as Jubilee Odyssey at Fantasy Island. You've also got the likes of Kamali at Flamingo Land, which is a different layout. Kamali, really nice themed ride as well. So what would they do? I'd just do them like them, really. I'm not a big fan of SLCs. Nothing will ever make me love them. But I do like the Odyssey and I do like Kamali, so they're both good rides. They're not amazing or great, but they're just good rides. So thanks for your questions. If you've got a question, all you need to do is tweet it in at ThemeParkWW, send it in as a private message on the Theme Park Worldwide Facebook page, or this week, brand new, you can email it in at askmeanything, all one word, at themeparkworldwide.uk. So make sure you do get in contact via the email if you want to. If you don't use the social media, it's a good way of getting in contact with us here on the show.
Like a roller coaster, move and shake me side to side. Yes, then I know, but I'm making me ride like a roller coaster.
So last week's Guess the Coaster caused quite a bit of discussion on the comments below on the video. It was quite an easy one on there. Well, I thought it was quite easy. It had a beautiful soundtrack in the background. It was about a 10-second clip. It was, of course, Baron 1898. Baron however you want to pronounce it. But yeah, what a fantastic ride. I loved Baron 1898 when I was out at F-Telling. So there you go. It was Baron 1898. This week then, let's have another Guess the Coaster. Here it's coming up in 3, 2, 1... and stop. There you go. Remember, it's just for fun. All you need to do is comment below on this video what you think this week's Guess the Coaster is, and I'll reveal it here on Theme Park Worldwide, the show, next week. Not quite sure what's going on here, but it's quite cool. So yes, it is time for Merch Paradise. Before I have a little look at what you guys have sent in for the show this week, I'm going to show you something a little bit different, quite special this week. Now, of course, there's a lot of people who love Theme Park Worldwide out there. Hi out there to all of you. I'm glad you love watching the videos. But a girl called Lisa from Germany has sent me a special parcel in the post this week. It was great. It had Europa Park maps in, things from Movie Park, of course, a park I've not been to yet. Loads of stuff. It must have cost her a fortune, some of the stuff in there. More sentimental value, some like Europa Park newspaper from the 80s. Really, really good. I loved it. Like I say, because she's in Germany, obviously she's got a family that's collected the stuff for her over the years. But what I did really like, she also sent in this note which went with it, and I'm not going to read the whole thing out, but it was just really nice what she's done and how she appreciates the channel. It's all you dedicated fans out there, and anybody that's subscribed to the channel or even watching this video, because I know thousands of you watch it each week, but it's great to see that so many of you dedicated to TPW and love what I do. We do it for the fun, the vlog, you see how much fun we have. It's great just travelling the world going to these parks, and Lisa, I'm really glad you do enjoy them. I thought I'd show you a good funny drawing she's done as well. This here is me on a TPW Dodgem car, I believe. Look at that there. But thank you very much, just to show, sent all the way from Germany. Really, really nice. A really good write-up as well about how she loves the channel and all the different things. She's also invited me out to Movie Park. It'd be great to go out to Movie Park, a park that I've not done to, and meet you over there. Maybe you could be a guest in one of the vlogs. I think that would be good. Thank you very much for that. So what have I had sent in this week for the show? First off, the one and only Katie Tyndall. Katie Tyndall sent in a 13 hoodie. Look at that. A good hoodie. I do love 13. It's a great coaster. 5 years old. Crazy. Thanks for that, Katie. Tom Steffens has got a mug collection, including a Disneyland 60th anniversary. Can't wait to be out there. It's going to be awesome. Thanks for that. Josh Carter has sent in a Tommy Tinkerboo keyring from Pleasure Island, Cleethorpes. There you go, Tinkerboo's Sweet Adventure, fantastic dark ride, and I do love it. If you've got any merch, all you need to do is tweet it in at ThemeParkWW, send it on the Theme Park Worldwide Facebook page as a direct message, or you can use the email. It's all one word, it's merchparadise at themeparkworldwide.uk. Custom emails, how awesome are we? So yes, it's time for the final section of this week's episode of Theme Park Worldwide, the show. It's Interact With Me. Now, last week I said I want loads sent in, and you guys have delivered. You've sent in so many photos and shout-outs, so let's get straight through them this week then. First off, you've got Lee Chapman with a Stealth on-ride photo. Love that. Stealth, a fantastic Intamin accelerator coaster that opened in 2006 at Thorpe Park. Kaylee Beresford, her and John in the Tower of Terror, Orlando. What an awesome photo and what an awesome ride. Tower of Terror in Orlando, I must admit, it's so much better than the Paris version. Before going out there and doing it last September, I was like, But yeah, it was fantastic, and the extra scene really does make the difference. So thanks for that there. Joseph Dixon's got an Air on-ride photo. Awesome, loving that. Adam Sparks has been to Portaventura and got a Hurricane Condor on-ride photo. Hurricane Condor, a massive Intamin drop tower, really good, with some great theming on top as well, so loving that. You got pulling a great pose there on the photo, looks like you're enjoying that. Simon Wembridge, family with Mr. Potato at Tato Park. We are going to be at Tato Park here on the channel in September, riding the brand new wooden coaster. It's going to be great to see, and thanks there for your photo, brilliant. John Cross, John and Kaylee outside the castle at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Loving that, it's a great photo, so thanks for sending that in for me here on the show. Next up, you've got Brandon Oxby, photo with me at the turnstile, so thanks for that. Make sure you say hi if you do ever see me. Anna Curtis feeding a giraffe at Busch Gardens. Again, a great interactive thing you can do at the park, so much more than the rides and shows at Busch. It's really, really good. Well worth checking out, so thanks for that. Next one, you got Lawrence Bennett with a big one on-ride photo from Blackpool. Spencer has got a Splash Mountain on-ride photo there. Splash Mountain, love the soundtrack. How do you do? It's really nice to meet you. Yeah, what a soundtrack, love it. So thanks for that. Jaden's got a Soar on-ride photo. I told you there was a lot this week. Hope you're enjoying that there. Soar the ride at Thorpe Park. Enjoyable coaster. Alfie Thompson's also got a photo with me at the turnstiles, thanks for that. Matthew Wakefield stood at the top of Swarm during a lift hill walk. The lift hill walk's great, there's a video here on the channel, check it out if you've not seen it. What a great lift hill walk, so thank you for that. Now, a special shout out going out to the one and only Gina O'Neill from Drisness. Now, hi out there to you. I know you love watching the show and you're probably very, very surprised now that I've read your name out, but you're a massive fan of the show. Now, I know whereabouts you live, you do have a poor internet connection. And because you have a poor internet connection down in Kent, I know that you have to buffer the videos before you can watch them, so I hope this shout out watching this episode of the show has been worth waiting for your slow internet and watching it to buffer, because here you are, there's your shout outs to Gina O'Neill. So thank you very much for watching. I'm glad you love watching the show. I think it's great how you wait for it to buffer and sit and wait and then watch us the show. It's great to see how you enjoy the show, and of course the vlogs as well here on the channel. So thank you for that. Finally, a very special shout out to the one and only, it's Chris Sawyer, not the creator of Roller Coaster Tycoon unfortunately, but Chris Sawyer, a fantastic friend of mine. He's been asking for a shout out for a while, so here it is, Chris. Hope I've made your day. Thank you very much for all your interact with me items. Again, you can send them in on Twitter at ThemeParkWW, as a private message on the Theme Park Worldwide Facebook page, or by interact with me at themeparkworldwide.uk, our brand new email address if you don't use the social media. That's it for this week's episode of the show. This weekend, we're going to be at Oakwood with live updates on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Make sure you check them out. Follow the pages for all the latest updates. There'll be a vlog online next week from there as well, and also a special part of the show. That's it then from this week. We've got more on and off ride videos coming up on the channel throughout the week, and that means it's time to cue those credits. Have a great week. See you later.